Degenerate Life Podcast.
Damn, that was annoying.
Like guns, roasted peanuts, and tape. We're fucking sears. We are still alive, and we desperately want your business. All hail motherfucking sears. Sears.
Today there's an all-day sale at Sears. Today there's an all-day sale at Sears. Gather up my stones, gather up my strings, wear my glasses so I can see the price tag.
Remember us.
Oh, today there's an all-day sale at Sears. 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 Shop at Sears, everybody. If you don't shop at Sears, you're fucking dead to me. It's true.
So what the fuck are we listening to there? What the fuck is that shit?
That's just a little sample of fresh farm core, man. I don't know. I thought it had swept the nation by now.
It's all over the fucking nation. You're gonna be on Johnny Carson next week, aren't you?
Yep, we just finished that time machine, so we'll be cruising back through the decades and going on some talk shows of the past.
Your time machine's almost done?
Yep, just finished it this morning.
He does more than jack off horses out in that shed, don't you?
I don't prefer that term.
I'm sorry.
I prefer help them along.
Got to help them as much as you can. So we're sitting with Marc and the Horse Jerks. Some of the members here.
Well, right now it's just Marc and Tawny. This is Tawny Winifred Sanderson over here.
Old school.
We actually started like this.
How many people are in the band?
How many are there? Five right now.
Five.
It's a pretty big crew. You know, it's we walk pretty strong when we enter an establishment. It's kind of a nice little posse.
Yeah.
Strength in numbers.
Just good people, right?
For the most part, yes.
You're a washboard player.
Oh, yes.
I thought that was an actual rag doll or mannequin for half your set the first time I saw you guys.
Wow.
And then I saw her moving more, and I was like, oh, that's a real person.
You're like, what is this? Captured by robots? Captured by mannequins?
I was so blown away. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
That's a trip, man.
Jake Thomas told me, he's like, you got to come to this show. And it was just a big surprise for me. And it's so surprising. You guys have been doing this for 8 years, right? Or you've been doing it for 8 years, right?
Oh, yeah, it's been a while. My workload has gone down a little bit over at the farm. So it's like, at first I would just do it every once in a while as a little solo project, just to kind of like blow off some steam, you know? It was just kind of like a little hobby. And now it's turned into a full-on, career.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean,
fucking ripping it.
Second career.
Yeah, second career.
I got my priorities. So unfortunately,
you started out on the farm. Where was your farm at?
It's out in Witherspoon, out in Greece.
Oh, okay, yeah. Did you fly in today or?
Yeah, flew out, last night, and then it was a pretty long flight. So came in this morning.
Direct flight or?
Oh, I got a little budget cut on. I rode in on a animal carrier in a private plane that was going into the Salem airport, and then we got an Uber up from there.
And you were flying, or do you have a pilot?
Oh, I have a pilot. I was in the crate, so
okay,
yeah. But they give you, it's like 45% off if you ride in the crate.
With the other, was there farm animals in there too, or?
Yeah, there was a few little lambs in there with me.
Yeah, well, I should hope so.
Sounds comfortable.
Yeah, it was cool.
And lambs are not a euphemism for anything. Yeah. I'm here for.
What does that even mean?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I came in from Sulphur Lick, Kentucky. That's where I'm from.
Kentucky?
Yeah.
Well, did you bring some of that bourbon?
Where's that?
Yeah, in her belly.
Sulphur Lick, Kentucky?
Or the bourbon? Right, the bourbon.
Oh, I don't drink that shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
None of that shit.
All she drinks is Grey Goose.
That's it?
Yeah, we're working on this new sponsor. Sorry, I just had to throw that out.
Oh.
Nice.
Well, as Sears dies out, we need to fucking shop around a little bit and find some other methods.
Well, you never know if White Clam will sponsor you.
White Clam.
Free white clams for everybody at all at all the horse jerk shows, right?
Now. That's
I'm thinking about approaching. I want to approach mane and tail because I think that'd be appropriate. And I use that product all the time.
I used to use that when I had more flow.
Yeah.
You know, the mane and tail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great logo.
You can always grow it out again. Get that silkiness back.
Yeah,
you know.
I should, yeah.
Yeah.
It's real
Mine
affordable
goes
at
out
Grocery
like
Outlet.
It's like an afro, you know.
Oh, sick.
You got to embrace that.
Man, I wanted afro so bad when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rare to want that.
I don't know what it was.
You got a good flow going right now.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. How long you been growing out that hair?
Just about. I buzzed my head about 4 days ago. So it's about 4 days of length, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You taking those growth hormones or?
Holy crap.
No, I have such.
life.
Yeah, it's if you live on a farm long enough, your hair just starts growing really fast.
Genetics too,
Yeah.
Probably some genetics.
So on the farm, what are you farming? What kind of animals you got on the farm?
Technically, we are. Well, I mean, I got my garden there, but that's something else. I shouldn't even talk about that on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm mostly just I'm creating new horses for the world.
Oh, really? New
Yeah.
breeds and stuff.
Potentially, I don't know. It's all kind of a. I don't really have much control over what sperm goes where, you know. So I don't always know, you know, what breed I'm making.
It's a tough game.
But they're all good. I mean, they're all solid horses.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna make a good crop, you know.
Make a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to make a good one.
Maybe
But
retire.
I only have one bucket, you know. And I get up early.
So you mix it all together.
Well, yeah. I mean, I only got one bucket. I can't be running back and emptying it and, you know, cleaning it out. I just needed, yeah.
I don't think I've ever asked you this. So do you sell the sperm or do you actually use the sperm on the ranch?
Both. I just set up a fucking Etsy account, so I've been selling little tubs of sperm on the internet too.
Little jugs, huh?
Nice.
Just
How much
little-
is a
little
tub?
jugs.
Do
How
you
much
tell
is
them
a
it's
jug,
mixed?
or-
It depends.
Hybrid.
It depends on what time of year. It depends on your monthly income. I try to do like a sliding scale.
Uh-huh.
You know, I don't really believe in just like
so
the whole
compassionate.
capitalism approach. I'm trying to
When
make
you
good
really need
relationships with
sperm.
people.
How long does that stuff stay good?
If you keep it in the freezer, it'll stay good for 100 years.
100 years. Holy.
Yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read that, yeah. I've read that.
Well, you reading up on
Maybe
horse semen?
How long it stays in the freezer.
We did a research
100
before you guys
years.
came on.
That's very flattering.
Yeah, we got a team of people in the back like
We did some
cross-checking
research on
everything.
you and we're going to call bullshit on your shit.
We don't want no fake news
No,
out
see,
there.
the facts lined up. I just got confirmation right over here.
Yeah, I read that fact
Yeah.
online.
It was definitely a fact.
He's
100
fucking
years.
serious. He's
It's
serious
online.
about it.
It's online, so it's real. It's true.
Ain't no fake shit on that.
No.
So did you?
You screen that shit hard.
What's the story behind starting this band? Was there like a cousin or something or some kind of shit? I know you have a neighbor that you don't like too much.
Oh yeah.
Like a jacuzzi situation or something like that.
His grandfather got he was out hiking and he got mauled by a mountain goat, and in his will he left all his he had this whole garage full of these amazing, you know, really high quality power tools.
Wonder if you got it from Sears.
He definitely got all those pieces from Sears. I saw the receipts.
Craftsman.
But anyway, my neighbor just ended up inheriting all this fucking crazy, powerful bullshit. And, you know, the dude he's always wanted to be a carpenter, but he just has no, like, clue what the fuck he's doing, you know?
Yeah.
And so he's been trying to build a jacuzzi for like 2 years now. And
2
it's just
fucking
like,
years.
Yeah, he's built like 8 or 9 of them, and they won't hold fucking water.
He doesn't just go buy one.
Well, I mean, I'm just like, dude, go down to the library, get on YouTube, look at some instructional videos, get some kind of direction,
Sure.
some kind of guidance. You don't just get a bunch of lumber and inherit a bunch of tools and just be like, I'm making a jacuzzi. You know what I mean?
He's trying.
He's an idiot. He's not trying hard. He's
not trying hard.
He's being fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Are you
And he's
helping
making
him?
all this goddamn noise. I don't have time to help this jackass.
You gotta help your fucking neighbor. He's asking for your help.
Well, you know what? I've gone over there almost every morning for 2 years and told him to shut that shit down because I like to sleep. He starts revving this shit up at like 7 a.m.
Oh,
and it's
God.
loud.
That's just disgusting, man.
It's rude. It's inconsiderate. And I don't help people like that, you know? Like if he was like a reasonable dude.
Well, fuck him. Fuck him.
Yeah.
You don't need to help anybody like that. That's
No.
bullshit.
Just write a real nasty song about him.
Yeah. That song's going to get under his skin.
Yeah.
One.
I wonder what that song would be called.
Well, yeah, I think there is a song like that, right?
Yeah. No, that's what the song's. Yeah, it's Jacuzzi a Poozy. I wrote that about this fucking asshole.
Yeah.
So you,
I'm going to fight him.
so you blacked out and wrote your whole album in one night or something?
Well, I'm not going to say the whole album. I did. I wrote Cheese Farm and I wrote Heart Shark. Just fairly sober.
Fairly sober.
Yeah. Oh, Six Chickens too. I think I wrote that one like consciously, but the rest of them, I was just having a real fucking barn burner at my place, and you know, I've been
Barn burner, yeah.
I've been
Put another shrimp on the barbie.
you know, I heard. I don't even know what to say to that, but I kind of wanted to go on an offshoot because I just heard something the other day that's something that no one says. Like
Shrimp on
nobody
the
said.
barbie?
yeah, because it's supposed to be this Australian thing, but in Australia they say prawns.
They say prawns.
They don't say shrimp, so it's not even like.
prawns.
Prawn on the barbie.
Yeah, I mean, even if you say that,
It
I
doesn't
mean,
flow as well.
I was in the
I just thought that was
I got
funny.
people
Prawn on the
chanting it
barbie.
in the Dominican Republic.
in the
once.
Dominican Republic. Yeah, I had all these
Yeah.
like Russian people and German people like just riled up at the bar because I was just getting like crazy drunk, you know.
Wow.
And I started saying, put the shrimps on the barbie. You know,
you do.
put
With your
put another
skin, dude.
shrimp on the barbie. And I got everybody to say this shit, and they started like shouting it back. And then the
Wow.
next day,
You're a trendsetter.
oh yeah, the one of those guys like came by and everybody was hungover, and is like in the hotel. And he comes by me and he goes, put another shrimps on the barbie.
At least it didn't say scrimps.
I love it when people add an S to the end of a word that doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like
good.
we were out hiking and we saw 2 deers. You know, I love that shit. Why not, right? You can still communicate that way. It's not like you're gonna be like, what does he mean?
What the fuck is he talking
I'm
about?
confused. No,
Oh hell.
it's just extra pluralizing.
Pluralizing.
We know what you mean.
That was a tongue twisty.
That's
Almost got me.
a barn door tongue twister.
Almost sent me into stroke land.
It's this close to getting the goddamn stroke over here, huh?
That's what I call my farm sometimes, stroke land.
I see.
I got a little bonus track off that one.
I'm real curious to hear a little bit more about the farm and what's going on.
Yeah, I
there.
want to know about the farm.
It was a family farm I inherited. You know, I was doing all kinds of. I was actually living over here in the States for, you know, good 12, 13 years.
Yeah, and you liked it. You got the USA sunglasses on, so
Oh, I wear these very ironically.
Yeah.
It's just a conversation starter, and then I can just talk a bunch of shit about the country.
sure.
You know?
Yeah, feel free. We do that a lot.
But I also think just aesthetically they look kind of badass. So
They
Well,
do,
and
and it's kind of
you have a condition.
I do have a condition. These are actually prescription. I have to actually see through a flag.
Oh God,
to
I
get
hate
actual,
that. I've heard about that.
My depth perception. God, I need to see a speech therapist too, obviously.
Take another fucking hit.
Yeah, this will help me get nice and focused.
Get all the words right.
Drink another clam, dude. You'll be all right.
It's Thursday night.
Toss a
I
clam
know.
back.
It's Thursday,
Thursday
night.
night.
Sandy
Right?
Boulevard.
Sandy,
It's time to let loose.
you know about this street, Sandy Boulevard? It's the street of dreams.
Is that right?
Dreams come true on this street.
Wow.
Sandy Boulevard's
Yeah.
always the one that used to
I thought that
fuck
was
me up when I
82nd.
try to drive through
Oh,
Portland.
yeah.
It's like all of a sudden there's Sandy
Yeah,
going.
it's like this diagonal
Where am I?
situation. Everything's grid, and then you hit Sandy, and
Yeah.
it's like, I'm just here to fuck with you.
Did you guys ever see that
Avoid it.
the fake movie trailer?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, you see
I
something?
love it. I'm a big fan of it.
It's like, what is it? And they're looking at the streets. What is this? It looks like a fucking alien.
Looks like a fucking alien.
I love
so
that.
Fucking good.
I don't know that many people have seen that. That's great.
Kennison, get in here.
That one guy's like, man, I've been living on Sandy since I was like 4. And he's like this homeless guy, just drinking a 40 on the street.
I want you to look in the mirror.
Are you mocking homeless people? You know I don't like that.
No, I'm talking about a fake movie trailer.
It's a real movie trailer. Sandy Boulevard. Oh, the guy's looking in the mirror. He's like,
They did make a movie out of it?
He's like, look in the mirror and say Sandy 3 times. And the guy's like, what for? It's just so
This is a
funny.
real movie though too.
Yeah, it's a real movie.
See, I thought it was just a trailer. Like I thought it was
It's
one of
a
those
trailer.
like.
It's a trailer. That guy did a trailer on Pogs too.
Really?
Yeah, it's got this like this Russian like mafia dude, and they're like throwing down the Pogs. Like, we gotta talk to the mom and get the Pogs back and all this shit.
Hell yeah.
What are pogs?
They're the
Pogs?
little cardboard, like almost like poker chips. And I mean, I grew up collecting them with my friends, and
Kind of like little collector cards.
yeah,
kinda,
and
but
they had
they're-
little designs on them, and everyone would just kind of like. You had a heavy one that was made of metal, and you bang
Slammer.
it down. The
Slammer. Yeah.
And then if they flipped on a certain side, I think you would collect them.
Yeah,
It was
you
kind of
put 'em-
like marbles.
You put them face down. You put like a stack of 10. You put take that
That
fucking
shit.
slammer. You slam
Wow.
it down. If you do it right, you get them all. And
Pogs.
then your friends get pissed because you got their Pogs.
They were
Sounds really
fun.
aggressive.
That shit took over for a while.
People are like, video games are making kids violent. No,
Pogs.
it's been happening for a while.
Pogs have been fucking shit up.
I mean, think of lawn darts.
I think I'm a little older than
Those
you
are
guys.
dangerous.
I miss
Yeah,
the
they're
pogs.
fun.
You
though.
missed the Pogs. Jeez.
I think I remember hearing about it though.
It is a.
now that you are telling me,
It's a blip
because
in
I remember
time.
thinking it's
I
like
forgot
marbles.
about them until
It's kind of like
20
marbles.
seconds ago.
Oh, I was looking them up like a year ago. I saw that that Pog thing, that mockumentary style thing that guy did, and I was like, how much do those cost on eBay? You know, it'd be
I
kind
wonder
of
if anybody's ever done a podcast.
This is a podcast.
For a
Right
moment,
now.
We can
for now it
twist
is.
into a podcast right now. Yeah.
We're actually
Everybody
not,
bring their slammer.
we're not releasing this. We're actually just gonna take the files and project it into a big a room filled with Pogs. That's gonna, and nobody else is gonna hear it.
I can see it inside my head now.
Yeah.
God, I wish I had some Pogs. We can play it right now, man.
That would just be a dream come true. I've been waiting my whole life for this.
The thing I didn't know that I needed worse than anything.
The thing that you didn't know existed until about 7.5 seconds ago.
Oh, you'd love it. Everybody loves
No,
it.
I'm sure we'd have a
fun
blast.
time.
I mean, it lasted for 2 years.
It was a big thing.
It was a big. It was a
Big
yeah. It was
thing.
about
Big
2
thing.
years of
2 years is a long time in
all the
today's
kids.
terms.
It'll come back.
I wonder how long that lasts. Do you
Well, you
think
know,
of it?
Dungeons and Dragons hit this peak and then it
Oh,
dipped
yeah.
and then it's back.
Oh, it
you know,
comes back.
Pogs will come back.
Pogs
man.
will come back. Yeah.
Yeah, I got friends who go to the coast and rent an Airbnb for 3 days and just play Dungeons and Dragons.
Wow.
They get into the story, into the character.
And magic.
I think
I would
it's a
hope
cool
so.
thing.
If you spent 3 days straight
Yeah.
Magic is
and rented
harder.
a cabin.
Yeah.
Do you think magic is harder than D&D?
I've never played those.
Like real
I don't
magic?
know those.
Magic's
Yeah.
hard.
Casting spells is
Because you
hard.
got to know all the numbers on the cards.
Yeah,
And,
and you got to flip them, and
you got to know,
There's no
or
slammer.
else you're not
There's
going to
no
be able
slammer
to
involved. It's kind of
strategize.
no slammer.
slammers.
I don't understand it. You know,
Should
that's
be a
how
slammer,
I am.
like a Pogs Magic crossover game or something.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
we'll
somebody's
work on
about
it.
to
We'll
retire
work
from
on it.
this
Copyright.
podcast thing and maybe just start letting the
Things to
checks
do.
come into the mail, you know?
Pog it up, dude.
I got things to do.
Podcast.
It's just his brain, man. It's just percolating all these
Yeah,
genius
just
ideas
fucking
all
boom.
the time.
Hot sauce one day, Pogs the next. You know, he started a hot sauce company.
What?
Getting spicy.
Yeah, it's getting spicy.
Is that the
over there.
name?
No, it's called Nukes.
Nukes.
My last name's Nukem, so I just twisted it.
Oh,
Your
nice.
last name is Nukem.
Yeah.
And that works well
Duke
with
is
the,
there-
the
hot sauce.
spices.
Is there anyone in your family named Duke?
Not that I know of.
Well, because I mean,
Maybe in the future, though.
should
yeah.
probably happen.
Our intro has Duke Nukem.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Damn, that was annoying. You'll hear it.
Was that the commercial for Duke Nukem? Damn, that's annoying. Buy this toy. All right, see you later.
Buy this fucking Duke Nukem shit.
Yeah, my dad, he was a ceramicist and an artist, and I mean, he still is, but he would always carve nukes, N-E-W-K-S, or nuke, into all of the bottoms of his mugs and his bowls.
Oh, yeah.
And, nuke with a nuclear bomb. It all just kind of fit. And my friend Joanne did this crazy, like, psychedelic bomb artwork.
Hell yeah.
And, it all kind of just came together in this cohesive, spicy
You
bottle.
ever done mushrooms and watched a fucking nuclear bomb go off?
I've done both separately, but not at the same time.
Are you in Whole Foods?
No, not yet.
Are you in New Seasons?
Totally baby stage.
He just
Are you
launched.
in Zupan's?
I'm not in a store. I'm in his
Is
store.
Zupan
I'm
still
downstairs.
He's in.
if you want a bottle.
He's at Herb Stomp. If you want to come buy the Nuke's hot sauce.
Yeah, we
Yeah, do
Shit.
it.
Yeah.
We got online presence and successful Kickstarter just happened. So
Right on.
Well, congratulations with your new adventure.
Thank you.
Forgive me if I don't take any because I got the GERD.
You got the GERD.
Yeah.
I got a friend who's
What's the
got
GERD? What is the GERD? Did I say it?
I can't say it.
I'm not exactly
It's
sure.
basically a real fancy word for like heartburn.
Oh yeah, I have all that.
Reflux.
Stuff.
It's reflux.
Yeah, I'm screwed from here down. Like my body don't work no more.
But I still look good.
You want to be screwed from
On the
here to
outside,
here.
that's all.
Yeah, I know. I get that wrong
But,
all the time. You know.
Yeah.
As long as I'm looking good, I don't give a shit.
You're looking great, Tawny.
Thanks.
And you got that Kentucky sparkle in your eye still, right?
That's right. Got it from my daddy.
Got that Kentucky Fried Chicken grease under your fingernails.
Yeah.
Never hurts.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Point in someone's face, it smells like barbecue.
No. I was more of a farm girl. That's why I don't like to come over to your farm because I'm done.
You're done with it.
Make some real money over my farm.
What's wrong with the farm?
Well, you grow up on a farm and you have to get up and do chores and do all the stuff. You know, when you
She
finally...
doesn't like to apply herself, is what she's saying.
That's not true. That's not true.
What's your favorite thing to do on the farm?
I don't like anything about
don't
the
like-
farm.
you just-
no.
Nothing.
Yeah.
She likes to steal cheese from my farm.
She steals your fucking cheese?
Well, she did once, but it was a
That's
big
not nice.
quantity.
It wasn't from your farm.
Grand theft dairy.
Have you guys gone to counseling?
We don't have to.
You don't have to.
We don't.
Okay.
We're fine. We're not
Just-
Metallica.
I don't see
We're not
him that
Metallica
often.
yet.
Yeah. Well, I just wondering, because.
Just to be clear here, Marc and Tony ain't a thing.
Oh,
right?
okay, all right. Let's just make it clear
Except
to the
for
world.
like on
One-
4th of July or something.
One time at No Fest.
One or two times I had too
No.
many Jello shots.
No, it was one time at No Fest. It was like 105 degrees outside, and I was drunk, and
How hot was it?
it was hot.
Should have had some hot sauce.
Yeah, take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Next level.
Spice it up.
Just fucking go full circle, dog.
We kissed once, but that was
Take
all.
your shirt off. What? I wasn't saying that to you.
Better not be.
That was just like Freudian slip.
Yeah.
That wasn't even Freudian. It was just like Tourette's.
Straight up.
Take your shirt off.
Take it off.
It just flies
Tawny
out
does.
sometimes.
Tawny has Tourette's.
I want you
Speaking
to
of-
quit objectifying
You're
me.
controlling it really well.
Yeah, you're
Well,
doing good.
Yeah.
Well, it only happens when she plays bass.
It's very contextual. It's specific.
It's super weird.
Yeah.
Because it never happens otherwise.
What happens?
It's when I'm learning a new song and I mess up.
You just start spazzing out.
I
And it
just,
usually has something to do with balls.
I just say really.
This is for serious.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
She's
Okay,
like,
you
balls
know-
on a stick and everybody's pointing at them.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck was that?
And then that becomes lyrics for the next song, right?
Yeah, boom. That's how where I get all my ideas.
Well,
Just-
he never uses my ideas. Speaking of,
Is this a one-sided band here? Or what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, it's kind of like a Beefheart situation.
I don't know what that means.
How did you find
captain.
all the other members to this wonderful band? I'm a big fan of this band. I love it.
There's been a couple incarnations. But yeah, it kind of built pretty slow because once I started playing with Salem musicians, it's like me and Tawny wouldn't play them the first couple shows because she said, dude, Salem's gonna hate this. I can't even come and watch the show. And she just didn't even come out. And I was like,
Didn't even come out. Huh?
yeah, I was like, fuck this. This is who I am. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna show these people my song poems and I'm gonna win them over. And it worked out all right.
Yeah.
But then she was like, okay, you did all the hard work. Now I'll come in and join up on base.
Just like the farm, you know. She doesn't want nothing to do with the
Exactly.
farm.
I don't have to have anything to do with the farm. I got my own situation.
She gets real nervous about going against the grain.
Well, what's your thing then?
What's my thing?
Yeah, what's your thing?
Gig economy.
Yeah.
Here and there.
Well, that sounds good.
Here and there.
That's her thing.
Just a little bit.
That's how Marc and I met. I don't like to bring it up because he exaggerates. And
does he?
No, I clarified.
no.
Okay.
But
She's acting like she just like
people want to know how we met, so this is how we
she
met.
snagged a baby loaf or something. No, this was like a pallet
A pallet
I
of
did
cheese.
not. He exaggerates.
Well,
So,
cheese
It was a half pallet, but it was still a pallet.
so his mom, the reason he had to go to Witherspoon Grease to take over the farm is because his mom, her cheese log and cheese wheel business really took off.
cheese wheels.
Yeah.
She's got
I
a
didn't
knack.
know they
What
made
can I
the
say?
wheels still.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
She
Oh, they
does.
got
She
the-
does. She's
still
not gonna
making-
ever give that up.
That's one of the reasons
Tradition.
Pepperidge Farms went out of
Oh,
business.
shit.
She kind of pushed him out.
Wow.
Because hers were quite superior. So I was living in Sulphur Lake, Kentucky, and it was one year, and I would work hospitality at the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, the
Gig.
Derbs.
That's a gig, right?
Yeah.
That's a good gig.
So she had her cheese log and cheese wheels at the Derby.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if you've
And
ever...
we had a little fucking shed where we kept the back stock. It was a chilled shed.
For the cheese.
And there was
The
only one
chilled
other person
cheese.
that had the key to the shed.
It wasn't...
And her name's you.
That was you.
And
Well,
she denied
anyway.
it for the first 3 months until
No.
we found all those fucking wrappers in your trunk.
He talked his mom out of pressing charge. Because
Oh,
I was like,
boy.
all right, you signed this contract to play in my band for 20 years, and I'll let you off the hook.
So I am kind of contractually obligated to play bass in this freaks band.
Yep.
For 20, how many years you got left?
17.
17
Wow.
years.
That's a long
If I make it that long.
Whoa, boy. You got
Hope that cheese was
that's-
worth it.
Yeah, that's in for the long haul there.
Well, I just didn't
It
have...
was either that or spend 3 years in fucking federal prison.
You guys had the money. You
It's
had
like
the
a house
lawyers.
arrest.
I was just this person. I had
You're
no
a
way.
thief.
Anyway, that's how we met.
She always
Yeah.
tries to downplay it. She's a dirty thief.
It's not
and
like
she's
I'm
paying
a thief.
for it now.
Have you ever worked in a restaurant and you just fucking ate some of that French bread when nobody was looking? It was that kind of a
I
situation.
took a little nibble. I didn't take enough.
happens.
It's
I didn't
not
take
like-
enough to.
It's not like I case out stores and go steal things. It
was 12 grand worth of
It was
cheese.
a crime of
12
opportunity.
grand.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's grand theft dairy.
And
That's a lot.
And what kind of cheese was it? Is it cheddar or?
It was all kinds.
All kinds of stuff.
There was
Pepper jack,
there was
everything.
Mazithra, there was Gouda.
I will
Munster?
say that his mom she's good with cheese. She makes
It's
a good.
good stuff, huh?
Yeah, that's why she's successful. She works hard. She makes a good cheese. She doesn't rip people off.
And now she's out of business?
No, she's thriving.
Oh,
She's
okay,
doing good.
she's doing good.
That's why I had to go out to the farm. 'Cause I think you were
if I
asking
stole
about.
so
Okay.
much cheese, why she's still in business? I just.
It's just that good. She took a dive.
She had a rough
I
couple
think
She
we-
never, she never
You guys
got
gotta
that.
work that out. That
She never got that 12 grand back. So,
Well, see,
I
we
can see why you have that head there.
yeah, I get.
Yeah, what's with the
He
head?
didn't tell you about the head.
That's my therapy doll head.
You want to show that to the camera?
Yeah, where's the camera?
Well, there's one there, and there's one there.
Hey,
And Cody, you got to
Stand.
describe what this is to the people who are just listening to the
People that
audio.
are just listening, we're looking at it's an interesting. It's a head.
it's a therapy doll voodoo head.
It's got
Let Marc
sunglasses.
describe it. Let Marc tell
Yeah.
us all about it.
It was my therapist's idea. It's a therapy doll voodoo head.
Oh, so you have done therapy.
I have.
Okay, because earlier
Yes.
you said you didn't really do that much.
Did I say that?
I don't know.
I don't remember those
I can't.
words. We
I might need
recorded
to-
it,
I
though,
could,
so
I
we
could,
can
I could
always
be wrong. I don't know.
recheck.
I might need to change my meds.
I don't know. I'm pretty stoned, so
I'm pretty. Yeah, me too.
I just don't know.
I'm not.
Well, actually, well, yeah, must be all the. Well, the mushrooms are kicking in, though, right?
I think this PCP is bunk.
Yeah, it's PCP.
I'm not feeling shit.
Thanks, guys.
God, I got ripped off in that PCP.
I used to have a real good guy in my back pocket, but he ended up getting murdered.
Murdered.
That happens a lot.
Yeah,
What?
well, you got away
Dealing
with it.
PCP is a dangerous job, man. Your clientele is a little sketch.
You got away with it though, right?
With the murder?
Yeah.
I guess. I never heard anything else about it.
But I'm so horrible for stealing cheese.
I changed my phone number. And,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just watched a PCP kind of documentary 2 days ago.
Hamilton's?
Yeah, Hamilton Morris. And
you
I
were
was
doing
like,
research on shit you didn't even know we were going to talk about.
It's crazy, isn't
This guy's
it?
professional.
And I was like,
I love the
this looks
PCP
like one I
episodes.
don't want to do.
That's the one you don't want to?
No, it's a disassociative.
Why do you want to lose your mind?
It's a disassociative.
What, you never been to Coachella?
I've had a lot.
No.
I've had a lot of experiences with.
Not yet until we get booked.
Get booked.
Then I'm there.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna book you.
Yeah.
Get booked.
We're gonna get you guys there. I'm gonna get you guys there.
Nice. I didn't know you got fucking connections.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
never
I
know
got
with this
everything.
guy,
Yeah,
man.
I run into people.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, we'll take a side stage, whatever.
Side stage. Well, you know,
Would
you
you
could
play
do.
the
You
kid
could. You should
stage?
do. You should do Flight of the Conchords to just film everything and just go there and do it. You know how they did everything.
Did they?
They went to South by Southwest and
I think I have seen some
they
of that.
filmed the whole thing and they were just playing in the parking lots and all that shit. That's how they got their show.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I
fucking
like
great.
that.
Yeah, you guys could do that for
Gotta
Coachella.
go out and take what's yours.
I don't know if I want to get that close to Coachella though.
Coachella is a disaster.
Yeah.
Just
Just get a few more of these things in your hair and
I don't even know what kind of people go there.
make
It's
a
like
few more
these-
tattoos. Maybe a tan.
I don't either.
You don't know? Yeah, it's just this
I don't know
weird,
much about it.
weird
No.
fucking crowd. Then you know,
I've
like-
never really been warm with festival type things. You know, it's like
I used to like them. I used to like back when I lived in North Dakota. I liked hemp hoedown and hemp
The
throwdown.
hemp hoedown.
In South, they were in South Dakota, and
Those
that
are
was
two different things.
That's the same dude that put
Same.
those on. But yeah,
What's the difference?
hoedown is when you hoe down the seeds, and throwdown is when you throw down the seeds in the fall. So it's
Ah.
spring and
Hoedown
fall.
of
Yeah.
the seeds. What is that?
And it was
mean?
in the Black Hills. So what's that?
What's a hoedown of
Was
the
there
seeds?
Black Hills
like
gold there?
hoe
Oh,
down,
you
yeah,
hoe it
yeah,
down
hoe
with a
down,
garden
yeah.
hoe.
And it was like
Of
this
course.
clever plaf. The owner of that venue is a fucking asshole. I'd like to put that out there. It's a
Whoa.
piece of shit.
That's recorded in broad.
Oh yeah, yeah.
talking.
That guy's a piece of
Fuck
shit.
that guy.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, kill him. No,
Oh
don't
my
kill
God.
him.
Whoa,
Do not
slow
kill him.
down.
cut his
A
food
message
stamps.
to any of my fans out there listening to this.
Don't kill him.
Murder this man.
He's not that bad.
End his life. Make his family cry.
I don't.
That son of a bitch pile of monkey nuts.
Oh God. That poor
At least,
guy.
I mean, you didn't say his name.
Shit.
Oh
Stain.
man, that guy, it was the weirdest thing. I was
He
vending
dead now.
T-shirts. I was vending
Take a
T-shirts.
harpoon gun.
2
Yeah.
days from
Look
now,
up his
he's
address.
dead.
Fucking harpoon is the way to go.
Yeah.
It definitely is. But yeah,
It's dramatic.
I was
Or a
vending
trident.
T-shirts at the Hemp Hoedown, and then I started my own like festival in the parking lot like area or
bet
the
you
camping
did.
area, and we had our own tent. And they came back the next year, because he complained to me. He said, "You got to get a vendor's license. You're a vendor's thing. You got to pay this fee." So I called him the next year and I said, "Yeah, I'd like to do the vendor thing, and so how do we do this?" And he said, "Well, what kind of T-shirts you selling?" You know, I said, "Cotton T-shirts." He's like, "Oh, no. We're doing
Hemp.
only hemp."
Yeah.
And this is like their fifth year. But the year before that, I bought all of the second hemp hoedown T-shirts. I bought the whole lot because he was selling them for like $1 a piece just on auction.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought all of them and started selling for like $15-20. I had a few of them left over. I looked at the
Jesus.
tag and guess what it fucking said?
Was it 50-50 or just cotton?
It was cotton.
Yeah.
It was
What
cotton.
a bastard.
What a fucking piece of shit. And I said,
Guy's
dude,
a phony.
I said, listen,
Yeah,
man,
he
I
doesn't
will.
like hemp.
That was when I started selling ethnobotanicals, and I told him like, hey, I'll give you 15% of my T-shirt sales for
You started
the
hustling, yeah.
license. And that year I didn't sell. I sold like 2 T-shirts. I sold all ethnobotanicals. And I walked up to him and I gave him like $30. I was like, there you go.
What's that?
Fuck you.
What is Is that a name?
Ethnobotanicals is like research between humans and plants. So a lot of them are kind of psychoactive plants, but
Yeah.
they're legal.
It's
So
my favorite kind.
Nutmeg? Is nutmeg one of them?
That would
pretty
be
subtle.
that would be in there, but I wouldn't sell that. You know, that would be like
Banana peels. I'm just trying to think of all the urban myth kind of stuff.
yeah. Oh yeah, the urban myths.
Bananas,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
If
was
you let
actually going
mold
through
go
that.
on banana
Sell
peels,
live
and then
toads.
I've heard that the orange, bury the oranges. I don't even know if that's fucking that. Maybe LSA. Maybe that comes up with LSA. But LSA is a good example.
Like
Morning
Robitussin?
Glory seeds have LSA in them, and you can extract that and do that. But I don't advocate for some of the for people to do
Yeah,
that. I just sell
for sure.
sell the
Don't
species
try this
to
at
people.
home.
Yeah. So I had my trunk was
No
filled
comments.
with crazy offensive T-shirts and band T-shirts and basically legal drugs, and I just sold them to people on the road. Back when I was pretty much homeless.
Well, damn, I was just gonna say that I go to Pickathon every year, but
This is a blast. I
had
caught
nothing like that.
I caught a shoplifter one time. He stole some kava, which is like a mouth numbing. It's like it's a island,
Oh, yeah,
islander, Hawaii and Solomon Islands and stuff like that.
It's kind of a
It's-
sedative kind of.
Yeah, it's really relaxing.
I've done the kava.
But he came by and he swooped in and he stole like almost a pound of kava and a T-shirt or something. And somebody told me like, this guy, you better watch out for him. And he came back again, and I caught him with a T-shirt in his pocket. And I was actually, I knew he was coming back, so I put a fucking knife underneath one of the other T-shirts. And I was like, hey man, you want to steal that shirt? And he's like, oh no, what are you talking about? I was like, lift up that shirt. And I was like, you want to steal that fucking knife? And then I met, like at the end of
like
this,
psychological
this,
warfare.
in front of like 40 people, because I had this big group of people. I was like, take out the shirt that you got in your fucking pocket, you know, take out everything. And one of the shirts it said Muff Diver. It was like,
What?
It was back in like the 2000s. So thing. So, you know,
That's a
things were-
shirt you made.
I didn't make that shirt, but
You
I was
sold it.
selling it.
Yeah, okay.
I had a few originals, but
Be a good
yeah,
band name.
it was not one of my originals.
You totally didn't have to admit
But
that.
this
but,
guy fucking
Now it's
stole.
recorded forever.
This guy stole this T-shirt.
Yeah,
And I was like, dude,
he didn't get it. You didn't get it back from him.
I did. Yeah, I made him.
Oh, okay.
I made him kiss
he's just
my.
really
Because he
into. He's
showed
just
him the
into
knife.
kava,
Yeah, you
doing a bunch of
threatened
kava
him.
and
well,
muff diving.
because
man.
actually he was taking the kava and selling it at other campsites.
Jeez.
And then somebody was like, "Hey, you might want to fucking look
Always
into
trying
this."
to make a buck.
But I made him kiss my feet, and I told him to go
Like literally?
rob
What?
Walmart in front of 40 people.
Wow.
Did he kiss your feet?
Yeah.
Did he rob a
Yeah.
Walmart?
I don't know. I never saw him again.
So your life has already peaked, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
So you basically have this moment.
I loved that shit. That was great.
I'm gonna quit trying to impress you now because you see.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, let's just talk about you.
Hear this
I
shit.
have a lot of those kind of stories too. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
wow.
Oh, can I real quick tell you my funny festival story?
Let's
it was
hear
it was what is it? Country fair.
Country fair.
Went
Bring
there.
it on.
Went there one time.
Oh, there's a camera.
old friend of mine.
It's true.
And I'd never been before, you know. I'm going, checking it out. Not really sure what to expect. It's kind of interesting, but feeling a little out of place. But I'm like, I need to like get kind of stoned or something, or get into this,
Get
you know.
loose.
And so we walked by, and it was like from what I saw, it was just like this kind of, you know, early 20s, kind of sweet, cute little hippie couple.
Oh, yeah.
Did I say couple? Couple.
Oh, that's even better.
It was a guy and a gal just sitting there, you know, dreadlocks and smiles and, you know, just their tie-dyes and all that
Blowing
shit.
bubbles.
They seem like nice people,
Classic.
friendly. And they're like, hey, they're like, we're selling pop brownies.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, this is kind of what I need to get into this experience, you know? So I'm like,
You have
fuck
to.
yeah, I'll take a couple of those. Like, give me a couple of those. So I buy the pop brownies, walk around for a little bit, and we go back to this tent. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fucking dig in here, you know, kind of hungry anyway. And so I'm like, I bite into the brownie, and I'm like chewing on it, and then I'm like clunk. I'm like something against my teeth. I pull out. There's like a half of a paper clip in it.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, what in the hell is this?
Oh, God.
And so I'm like kind of
This is why
freaking
we
out a
have
little bit.
unions. This is why we have unions right there.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm in my mind. I'm like, maybe they were making the batter and something bumped off the counter or
They
shelf
were
or something.
scraping the bowl with, you know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of how this could have happened. I
Sure.
was like, there's no way they do this on
The
purpose. Like, that'd be
scenarios are
fucked up.
endless.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I pull the clip out and I'm just like, well, I feel like this is probably okay. I'm gonna eat the rest of it. So I start breaking up. The rest of that one's okay. I go to the next one And I'm kind of just breaking them in half a little bit because I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's like half a rubber band in the other one.
What the fuck?
I seriously break a piece off and it's like stretchy. Like there's a rubber band between these two parts.
Or something.
And I'm like, what
They
the
did it
hell?
on
These
purpose to mess with you.
These crazy hippies are just super into like stationary shit, you know?
Office supplies.
Office supplies. Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on, but it was like the
damn.
weirdest thing.
Did you
That's
confront
bizarre.
them?
I actually went back to look for them,
Sure.
and they were gone.
Yeah, they leave quick.
That's a crazy story.
But I mean,
Did
they
you
were
eat them?
still, I still ate them.
Yeah.
What's the
Of course.
payoff?
I mean, and it still worked.
It
I mean,
worked?
they were weed. I mean,
You think they
you'd
just
think if
made a
someone
mistake?
was kind of a dick, they probably wouldn't. They'd probably be like shitty brown or just normal brownies or something.
They put Beano in there or something. Make
Yeah.
you just like fart all night.
No, Beano makes you not fart.
Oh, never mind.
Oh yeah, that would still be a favor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Favorite.
Oh, hey, I got you real good. I can put that anti-fart stuff
That
in your
reminds me.
No farts for you.
I don't know why, but I haven't farted at all
I'm
tonight.
good.
Dude, I
Put the
just
Beano in
ruined
the
that dude's
brownie.
country fair experience. He's not going to be able to cut one for
Now you
17 hours.
Now you can
prank
write
ever.
now you can write a song about Beano, dude.
You should.
That's another good sponsor.
Yeah, get those
Beano.
option. Beano.
This podcast brought to
Today
you
we
by
got a Beano.
Oh, they had a baby too.
Who did that?
They had a baby.
Whoa, who?
The hippie couple. They were hanging with a
Oh,
little baby too.
Baby in the sling or something?
You know,
Sir.
that reminded me of the time I bought a bag of weed when I was first started smoking weed. I worked at Wendy's, a humble beginning of my life.
Nice.
In tiny town in Bangor,
So many
Maine.
free frosties.
Oh,
I
wow.
bet.
Oh yeah, Frosty's chicken. Fucking
Stephen King
whatever.
land.
Yeah, Stephen King. Yeah, he's the man. He's the hometown hero.
Yeah.
I've seen his
And,
house, a picture of his house.
Yeah, gargoyles.
I love him.
Oh, I love that guy. Dark Tower series. Fucking love it.
All of it.
Love it. But yeah, it was a little bit of I partook in the marijuana in the early days of my life, and I remember one of the guys I worked at Wendy's was like, "I can get you," and he called it gorilla weed. He was like, "I can get you some gorilla weed." And me and my
Back when
friend,
nobody knew what gorilla glue was.
me and my friend John were
Right?
like,
Was that a thing?
Does it mean gorillas smoke it or?
Oh, there's
was-
still extreme.
He was
there's gorilla.
the way he phrased it, I was like, that sounds good.
He sounds confident.
yeah.
Like
And
this
so-
shit does not sound weak.
Selling
Yeah,
it.
gorilla weed. And so me and my friend John were like, oh yeah, we need some of that. Can you meet? And he was like, meet me at the, outside the Hannaford supermarket tonight at like 11 p.m. I'll come up and give you the bag of the gorilla weed.
I'll give you the address to Jane Goodall's house. She's got the best
And,
shit up in there, man.
He said there's so many hairs on this weed.
Oh,
Like, the little fuzzy, like,
fuzzy wuzzies.
And in Bangor, Maine, if you find weed with like hair on it, like like a BC is what they would call it, like a beaster
the
bud.
BC
Beaster.
bud. BC
Something.
bud.
Yeah,
I haven't
something
heard
like
anybody say
that.
beaster.
Like that. I mean, this
Beaster.
is like 15 years
Well,
ago, right?
I'm from the Midwest, so I know exactly
Yeah.
what he's talking about.
So
the
it'd be
BC
like-
bud.
Those we would say like the hairs on that, man, they're fucking crazy.
Look at the hairs
So we're
on
like,
that.
oh, this gorilla weed. He's like, there's so many hairs on it. Dude, this story, man, this shit. It's fucking crazy. And we went to the Hannaford supermarket after work and we parked and we waited for Josh to pull up. And he pulls up. And this guy was always strange, like just like on a different planet. And he comes out and we roll down the window and he has like, do you have the money? And we give him like $30. And then he throws the bag on our lap and he gets right back in his truck and just drives off fast.
No hairs on this one.
We open it up.
Red flag.
It's caprese salad.
Yeah. Nasty dry weed with human hair in the bag.
What?
He put his hair in the bag.
Pubic hairs.
I'm not even joking. No,
Right?
these were long brown human hairs in the bag.
This guy is insane.
Let's go find him.
This guy, first of all, was like, what the fuck? And then, yeah.
He just like rationalizes like, I'm
was
not
crazy.
lying.
It was just
I'm
bizarre.
not lying. There's
It was-
hairs all over.
hair all over. It was bizarre. And then I was like, dude, we're going to see you tomorrow at Wendy's.
I was gonna say.
And we did. And I remember I was so confrontational about it. I was like, dude, what the fuck was going on last night? What you? That he just like ignored us. But then later that week, he had a complete spasm in the middle of his shift. And he punched the screen where you would like put your order in. And he just completely smashed it and just
Wow.
like screamed and ran out of the building. So
That's not a spasm.
yeah, he was going through some stuff.
Yeah, that's a breakdown.
Oh, whacked out on
Spasms,
Kava.
Yeah. But that just it just reminded me of that.
That's
So I had
crazy.
to share that story.
Yeah, wow.
I like that.
Yeah, it happens, man. It
Man.
does.
And that's my story.
I got
You
sold.
sticking to it?
Oh yeah.
I got sold fake weed one time.
Heartbreaking. Are we going to tell fake weed stories on that?
This one's real quick though. It was just crazy because I was hanging out at a karaoke bar. It was out in Witherspoon,
Story too long.
and there was this guy who was just kind of sitting at the bar, and you just having a couple drinks, you start chatting or whatever. Seemed like a cool guy, just chatting for about 20 minutes. So I go go take a piss, and he comes there, and he keeps calling me tall man. He's kind of a
Tall man.
He's a little shorter dude, and he sees me in the bathroom. He's like, "Oh, hey, it's you again, tall man. What's up, tall man?" And I'm like, "Okay," and like buttering me up, or and like,
Or what?
But then he's at the urinal next to me. He's like, "Hey man, you don't happen to smoke weed, do you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "You want a little dime bag, a little 5 bag or something?" And I was like, "Yes, I would like that," because I was all out. And so he's like, "All right, I'll go out to my car and then I'll meet you back at the bar." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And so I'm sitting in the bar. He comes up, and then he's like, "All right, man, you got $5?" And I'm like, "Sure." And he's like, "All right, put this in your pocket." And I was like, "Right on, dude."
See a
And I just
theme.
kind of had this trust in him because he seemed really chill and stuff. And it was only $5 anyway, And so my friend picks me up, and I'm like, riding back home, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna check out that weed I got. I didn't even get a chance to look at it because he was all like, 'Put it in your pocket, man. Don't let anybody see it.'"
Nobody.
And so I open it up, and it's just fucking shredded paper towels wrapped up in like a cigarette cellophane. I was like so excited to smoke weed, and I was just like, "What the hell?" And I was more just kind of hurt because I was like,
Yeah.
"We hung out for like an hour and like just like bullshit and stuff. I thought we were like kind of like on the level."
That's a big hustle for $5.
But then check this out. So 2 weeks later, I'm down at this other bar near Witherspoon. There's only 2 bars in Witherspoon, so I went to the other one. Well, this story is kind of funny 'cause it actually happened in Portland. I was just trying to make it more
Short story.
Anyway, yeah. But I see him. I walk through this room and I see the dude and he's playing video poker.
Oh, that's
And so I see him and I'm like, "Holy shit, that's the guy." And so I just come up and I just stand like right next to him and just stare at him. And he's sitting there playing the game and he keeps kind of like looking up at me and like kind of like, "What's going on?" And
Oh, he
I'm just
doesn't
sitting there.
remember.
He doesn't recognize me.
Oh my God.
And so I'm just like staring at him. And finally, he's like, "Hey man, can I help you with something?" And I was like, "I just wanted to come over and talk to you about how fucking pissed off I am that you sold me fake weed 2 weeks ago." And then he's just like, instantly, he looked like he was about to shit his pants. He was like, "Oh fuck." And I was like, "What the fuck, man?" It's like
$5.
I was like,
Paper
"Dude, you're
towels.
gonna." I was like, "You know what? If you were really that hard up, I might have even just given you $5. But you're gonna like get my hopes up and think I'm buying some weed and then like give me fucking paper towels?
That's such a hard hustle for $5.
So stupid." And he's all like, "Hey man, hey, you meet me here tomorrow at 7 p.m. and I'll get you your $5 back."
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, "Dude, I don't want to ever see you
What's he
again."
going to give you, a rag next time?
I
Right.
think he's got a gambling problem.
That's
Rag.
actually crossed my mind.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude,
For $5 though?
I was like, "Dude, you're
One
gonna
more spin.
rip people off and then go down the street." And it's like, if I was a more aggressive person, I might want to like smack you in the head. It's like,
Yeah.
you're gonna get your ass kicked fucking ripping people off. for no
sometimes.
reason, you know?
Oh yeah, it'll happen.
Because he's put $5 in a machine and built it up to like $3.50 and stuff.
You should have made him kiss your feet, dude.
See, I didn't hear.
And rob
now
a
that I know
Walmart.
that story,
Now you know.
that's the best.
It's the
thing
best.
I've ever
It's
heard.
the best humiliation. I love sweet revenge. I really do.
That's good.
I really do.
Because really, no one gets hurt. It's just humiliation.
It's not something I want to do all the time, but there has been a few times where I'm just like, yeah, that worked out pretty good.
I kind of like it
So you've
better.
done this more than once.
Yeah, I've done a few things.
Wow.
I like it better, revenge, when
This
it
guy's
like
crazy.
it happens to them, but I don't have anything to do with it.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The universe karmic reaction kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's always
It
good.
doesn't happen very often, but once in a while.
When it does.
And you try not to gloat.
You guys know about the other band with the name Jerks in it that was in town called
No.
Carl and the Jerks?
What?
No.
That's somebody I want to get revenge on in the future.
Well,
Really?
Oh yeah.
Like
it's
for real?
not the
Oh
same.
yeah. But it's gonna be like mimes and clowns in front of his house and stuff.
Whoa.
Because we were neighbors and he just called the cops on us all the time. We stopped by 9. It's like we agreed.
And he's in a band now too?
He was I didn't even know it at the time, but it turns out that I know somebody that was roommates with him.
Oh.
So I found out that he was in a band called Carl and the Jerks. And I was like, this motherfucker was in a band. Like, who calls the cop? Like,
Well, Carl and his jerks do.
yeah. It was such a weird fucking thing. But yeah, I'm going to do mimes in front of his house and stuff like that.
It's a weird breed of people that just cannot handle that. You know, there's always like anytime, you know, certain venues or houses I've lived in where it's like,
yeah, there's just certain people in the neighborhood.
Like they can't handle, like they declare this war with you.
Yeah, and it sucks, man.
And then it's like there's all these other neighbors that are just like, I can kind of hear it, but it doesn't bother.
Did he
you know,
ever
it's like,
try to talk
it's like,
to you in person?
How are your
I was in his
personalities
house.
so different?
Thought I was going to get killed. I was in his house. We made a schedule and all kinds of shit. And then they went back to his house and he was like, "Oh yeah, come back here. We wrote it down. You jam on this day." And he's like, "Oh, actually, you're right." And then I was like, "What the fuck is your problem?" And then the lady at the city said that he called the cops on all the other neighbors too.
It's just his thing.
His biggest complaint was we had a vestibule, which I didn't even know what that was. It's a archway for a door. Yeah, I actually told this on the last podcast.
I was going to say, we went through this entire conversation in the first
God damn
episode.
it. I love that story,
I
though.
wasn't going to stop you. Let's talk about the vegetable. Vestibule.
The vestibule, yeah.
What's your favorite vegetable?
What's your favorite vestibule? Somebody was talking about vestibule on some other podcast.
That is crazy, though, that his band name is exactly like your band name.
It's not exactly.
Carl
Isn't
and the
it, though?
Jerks.
Well,
Carl and the Jerks.
Yeah.
It's a 4-letter name.
There's no
It's
horse.
similar.
No horse.
Yeah, it's a 4-letter name.
Oh.
It is similar.
Well, you guys have a way better thing going on, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What does he do?
Fuck that
Like
guy.
what kind of?
It's like probably it's shitty. It's not even a band anymore. It was.
Well, there you
this
go.
is 2000.
He did.
2010 area.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Welcome.
yeah. Like he probably doesn't.
Decade's over.
Doesn't even matter.
He
you know?
probably doesn't even have a
Carl.
Facebook page.
But I
2020.
still want to
Turn the
have some,
page.
mimes or something in front of his house, like freaking him out and shit.
He probably doesn't even
I
have
like how
a
you
Spotify.
think, man. You got your own style.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be anything like dangerous. It could turn dangerous, I guess, if you're hiring mimes. I mean, who's a mime? You
A
know?
lot of mimes are not stable people.
They're not good. They're not.
Like they're little loose cannons.
I'm sure there's a few good mimes out there, but you know,
Not all mimes.
Marcel
not
Marceau.
all of them. No, God, they're scary fucking
he
things.
Marcel Marceau, was he a mime? I think he was like the mime to end all mimes.
Oh, the real legit mime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know if I have the name right. I think I do.
The mime to end all mimes.
you got to have that. There's got to
Sounds
be
like a great movie plot.
You think there's like a mime like sitting on a fucking island and he's like the leader of all the other ones and he's like the shaman mime?
It's like Highlander, but it's like a silent movie.
Yeah, he's got a stick and he's like, he doesn't talk, you know? He's giving out commands with a stick.
No dialogue.
Is it? Yeah, nothing. What if there's a movie about mimes, huh?
No.
I bet there is.
No.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
There's probably
Silent movie.
a ton of foreign films.
Oh, yeah.
Ton.
Probably really boring.
Over in Greece, right?
And
Maybe-
creepy and uncomfortable.
Strange.
Where isn't mimery? Is that what you call it? Miming?
Mime.
Like a French thing?
Well, yeah.
Originated
French
French.
bread, you know, all that stuff. Let's listen to a fucking song.
Strap
I'm
shirt.
gonna do like the last half of sun blip.
Some blip.
Sun blip.
Some bitch. Paula Muckinuts, want to hit that, Jake?
Everything smelled like burned hair and toes. My heart had learned how to cry. It learned how to sigh. Kept contemplating why shouldn't I just let myself die? Then the sun, it just burned right the fuck out. And I could see again. And all the people, they just signed on. And I could be my own best friend. And all the air rushed back into the room. Like a gigantic invisible room.
Wow.
Wrote that one in a coma.
That was beautiful. So yeah, what was going through your mind when you fucking ripped on that? When you came up with that shit?
I was in a coma for 7 months.
7 months. Holy shit.
And so that was the only song I wrote on the other side. It's like a lot harder to write songs.
Did you happen to do nitrous oxide on the other side?
On the other everything's
side?
a little different over there. You know, it wouldn't be like nitrous oxide. It'd be like
the whole thing is nitrous oxide, right? When you're in a coma.
I don't know. I haven't really dabbled in that too much.
Nitrous?
It's really hard to get that shit out in Witherspoon.
Oh shit, that shit's everywhere, man.
Well, hook a brother up.
No, seriously, have you ever done nitrous?
Yeah.
Is that the same thing as whippets?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That shit's crazy.
I always piss my pants.
That's what happens to some people. You know, it can get way out there.
I don't have that many pairs of pants, so
Yeah. Well,
I never did whippets. We suck. I worked at a grocery store when I was little, and we figured out
7 years old.
If you took the whipped cream cans and just sucked the tops off of them.
Yeah, that's the easy way.
I didn't figure it out. The guys that worked there did, and so we all tried it. But then
you guys were the first ones to figure that out?
No, but management found out because all of a sudden there was this rash of returns.
Whipped cream.
It happened to every grocery store at a certain point in time.
So we had a talk.
Yeah.
But it just gave me a headache. It made me feel kind of fat and dizzy and then headache gland.
That's what you want.
It's a trip. Yeah. You know, I've had good and bad on it. It's crazy. It gets your way out there. I think of different scenarios of the world, and man, it's surrounding of different realities that
could be depressing when you come back.
Oh
though.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Like, oh shit, Trump's still president.
I had a friend that took a rip at a barbecue of mine, and we had a fire pit going. It was daylight. We started a fire just before the sun went down, and I look over and I hear my friend, "What are you doing? Hold on!" And this guy falls flat into the fire. It was like a raised fire, and the fire went over him.
Ooh.
And the coals were on him, and he was like, he thought he was like UFC fight, like not UFC fighter, but
like he didn't realize he was in fire.
Yeah, he was like shadow boxing, basically hit the ground.
He was trying to kick the fire's ass,
and he was just like smiling and punching at the air, and everybody's
Remind
like,
me not to do whippets.
You are on fire, dude.
No interest.
Yeah.
And I had to run over.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm on fire."
Yeah. Well, he didn't know. He didn't know what was going on, and that was like it was a double hit with the balloon. You know, that's the heavy shit there. And everybody warned him, like, sit down before you do this, because this is like his first time.
Hey, buddy, come over here, stand right next to the fire, and do this big hit of nitrous.
Yeah, smart.
I remember at the country fair there'd be people walking around with big balloons.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
Huh.
And it's actually more when you do it that way. You don't.
You get to inhale all that latex dust.
You lose oxygen because you're breathing.
That's what it is.
A big balloon of just nitrous oxide. When you go to the
Good
doctor,
for your brain.
No, it ain't good.
That's not good.
That's not good.
It's a bad
Fine.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst. I've had way worse. But
Yeah.
You ever have friends that huff paint?
I've had friends that
Talking about huff.
Fucking idiots.
I've met those people.
What are you guys doing?
That's dumb.
What are you doing with your life?
That's a bad idea.
Worse is one of my friends, actually one of my old band members used to huff Freon. It was like, whoa.
The spray thing for your computers?
For the fridge. No, not even air duster.
I was going to say
Freon.
that's the one that, I'll admit it. I did that when I was like 12.
The air duster?
Someone was like, hey, breathe this in. And I was like, what?
Sure.
And okay. And then I did it. And
I saw this
Nothing
documentary
crazy
where
to
this
report.
guy, it was kind of a famous guy. I think you might have been on that.
Carson show?
No.
Johnny?
Johnny
Jackass.
Carson.
I was bringing it back earlier.
I think he was on
It's like a
Jackass.
boomerang.
He's on Jackass?
Remember that show? Where
Steve-O. Steve-O.
was it Steve-O?
Steve-O
And he
was
was just sucking on those things
Oh yeah,
all the time?
yeah. He was a crazy. It was like a whole couple weeks where he had a YouTube channel. He was doing crack in his apartment and vlogging everything.
It seems like he might have had a little bit of a substance problem for a
might not
while.
have
Oh
been the
yeah,
same
yeah.
guy.
He was
gone
out
clean
there.
now.
Yeah, he's clean now.
You know what I gotta recommend is this Steve O MTV Cribs episode because that show
MTV Cribs.
That show is like everybody that you'd go on and be like this rapper with like Yeah, I like to wake up and turn on my ceiling TV as I'm laying in bed.
Yeah.
And I press the button, and then my butler comes in with my breakfast, and then like all my Corvettes and all my Mustangs, and then here's my pool and my hot tub, and I'm doing okay. And like it's perfectly clean, and they're like, thanks for watching. See you next time. But you go to Steve O's episode, and it's just like, it looks like the gnarliest, like fucking college dorm situation. They're all like 35. It's like the height of Jackass. Johnny Knoxville sitting on the couch that's got like stains all over. There's cans of beer all over the floor. They've built a skate ramp in his kitchen, and he's like, yeah, the neighbors don't really like it. And he's just like doing a flip off of his table into his kitchen table and breaking it, and then like laughing. And he's like, hey, will you throw some of those fireworks at my face? And it's incredible. It's like, what a freaking idiot, man.
Yeah.
But also like,
Drugs are powerful.
He had a thing to
He
him.
got
though.
a bunch of drugs and a bunch
man.
of freedom.
He did something for the
Money.
like animal
Financial
rights.
freedom.
Then he climbed on top of a fucking crane.
oh, there's a lot of complexities going on in
Yeah.
that man's brain.
Yeah, he
right?
like
And
for
whole
the
Jackass
dolphins
crew.
at SeaWorld or some shit.
Yeah.
He got arrested. He actually went to jail and shit.
What did he do to the dolphins?
He was protesting against the animal rights for
good.
for
I
the
think that's
dolphins.
gross.
He was protesting against their rights.
For their rights.
For their rights.
I
Okay.
heard too. I was like, wait.
Dolphins
Did I
suck.
say it wrong?
They're
He's
the-
like, was protesting
Fuck
against
you, save the
animal rights.
whales.
If
Kill
there's,
the whales.
if there's anything you should learn, don't listen to anything I fucking say.
I dare you.
I have to
These
say-
animals don't deserve rights.
Dolphins are the
Nothing.
rapists of the sea.
Who cares
You guys know
about
that, right?
dolphins?
it's gone both ways. It's gone both ways.
What do you mean both ways?
Human on dolphin, dolphin on human.
No.
Always.
Oh my goodness, I didn't want to talk about that.
Always.
I'm talking about dolphins will.
Dolphins rape other dolphins.
Yeah, they'll capture a dolphin and like keep it with them for a while, and they all rape it, and then dolphins are.
What is this? What?
Look it up, dude.
Most animals are like
I'll
that.
It's
check
like
it out.
it's like dolphin trafficking. Like they
They're
get
kind
a little
of
sex slave and they keep them in their little.
yeah.
Man, that's
Okay.
crazy.
It's weird.
Well,
I look forward to reading about
most
that.
animals
It's like
kind of have a violent nature towards sex too, and
I know.
and so
you
do
know,
humans. You know,
ducks got corkscrew penises.
Some humans.
yeah, pigs.
Well, that's just continuing of the species. Like make sure it gets in there.
You got
because-
to get a corkscrew penis. I mean, it just works. It works all the
Have you
time.
ever seen that?
I
It just
didn't
like
know that.
blasts out.
I have never seen it.
It's like an airbag.
I
Man.
did
It's like,
actually. My dad
Duck's
had
just
a,
like pow, and it's like this crazy penis. They get in position, they're just like pow.
That's
it
wild.
springs out, huh?
You
It's
know this from
insane. It looks
working
like
on
this.
the farm.
You woke me up from a
Oh,
nap
yeah.
for this.
And then they wake up the next morning and they're like, I want some eggs and bacon.
What the ducks?
Were you talking about ducks or pigs?
Ducks definitely eat.
I thought we were talking
Definitely.
about pigs there.
Well, we've
Wait, I
taken
want
a
to hear
wrong
this.
turn here.
Ducks
Ducks
definitely
definitely.
do not eat eggs and bacon.
Not in the morning after they're.
Not in the morning, anyway.
not-
Maybe late at night.
we've established.
Nice save, Mark.
We
Maybe
definitely.
in the shadows.
Yeah.
They might pull some shit like that.
Thank God, man! You totally brought us out of that bog we were in.
Yeah, I
We got
don't know
stuck.
what we were
We,
talking about.
we were
there.
in a fucking
Oh,
bog.
Yeah, we got stuck in the bog.
Then we need to have a sound for that type of thing when we're in the bog.
A bog sound, a pog sound. Ooh. Yeah, like this.
Quick fire.
That's not a bog.
Why isn't that just been playing the whole time?
That's kind of a bog, right?
Very-
That's a
very
march.
relaxing. Oh my goodness.
Yo, fuck yeah!
What do you think about that?
We're
My
gonna get-
seat just vibrated when you pressed that.
How about
Is that on
A
purpose?
bog is
about
like a
for the-
farty sound.
what a bog pog? I mean,
Yeah, it's like gurgling and burbling.
a bog pog,
A bog pog
Bog bug.
podcast.
a bog, bog pass cast. No,
I don't know what
Don't
you were
hurt
talking
A
yourself.
about.
bog past gas.
Yeah, I think I'm having an aneurysm.
That's a little bit more boggy.
We should get you.
How far can we bog? Can we bog it all the way down? Can
Should
we
I
hit-
put 911 on speed dial? Just in case.
It already is kind of.
Yeah, we already have it. We have them on speed dial on the thing. Like
What was the number again?
Yeah, yeah.
Had a lot of close calls on this
Wait,
show.
wait, I always forget the number. We always forget the number. It's so,
What was the last digit?
It's 9.
Wait, do you have to put in the area code? Fuck.
914.
I'll start with 0 and work my way back up.
Yeah. Get some Kentucky bourbon in you, and you'll figure out what numbers it is, right?
It was like 3 or 4 numbers. I can't.
Bourbon.
You,
No, that's my
but you
PIN
do.
number.
But you do. You're from there. That's-
Doesn't mean I like it.
well, you like the attitude.
You like the attitude it gives you.
You love that attitude, the bourbon attitude.
I think you're being a little presumptuous
Yeah,
right now.
Am I? Okay, well, shut up.
I didn't say shut up.
Well, I can't say anything else. What can I say?
What can't you say on this podcast?
We don't know yet.
Hasn't gotten there yet. Just wait till Ken Griffey Jr. gets on.
Yeah, Ken Griffey's gonna.
That guy talks about some inappropriate shit for sure.
Can't wait for Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
It seems like he did have a
This guy's a
scandal.
fucking.
Did he
That's
have
a
a scandal?
maniac.
No, that was Tiger Woods.
He's got a great swing, but that guy's
No,
mind is corrupt.
Ken Griffey Jr. was way back.
Man, that guy
Did he
just
have a-
evaporated though. Like
Did-
he
You're
was
thinking
so
of Ken
famous,
Griffey
like-
Sr.
Did he have a scandal? Did he?
Where is he now?
Oh, come on.
I
Griffey
think
Jr.
Ken Griffey Jr. had a scandal. I don't remember what it was.
Oh man.
What about Ken Griffey Sr.? Did he have a scandal?
Nobody knows who the hell that
Is
guy
that-
They were
That's how
both in on it.
They're all okay. Yeah, yeah.
I think they knocked off a liquor store or something.
Well, I still like the Super Nintendo video game.
I never played that one. You were saying you mentioned that earlier.
Oh, the song is great. I wish we could play that right now, but we can't.
No, it's
Don't
not
worry
about
it.
that.
It's not about Ken Griffey
It's about
Jr.
us.
It is about everything's
Why
about
you
that
keep talking
fucking
about
game
Ken
because it's
Griffey Jr.?
it's winning run. You
Sometimes
do-
it's about Ricky Henderson, though. I mean, let's be honest.
you take you have a beer for every inning, you know, but you don't play the innings. You play the fucking there's a home runs. You got to do the home runs.
Oh yeah,
That's the best thing. If you ever run across Super Nintendo and you see Ken Griffey Jr. baseball, you got to fucking do that.
Well,
You love old video
keep
games.
an eye
I
on
love it. I love Super
He's
Nintendo.
got an arcade game right there that's like, I don't know. Why don't you tell him about that?
It's got a bunch of shitty like Frogger and all that good stuff, you know.
What's your favorite like old school arcade game?
Arcade. I like.
Centipede.
Actually, I kind of like those. I recently went to Quarter
I
World.
pulled it up just for
Oh,
you.
nice.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it sounds like Quarter World.
This is the Ken Griffey. This is the Ken Griffey Jr.
That's the
Nintendo
wrong one.
music.
That's the wrong one. That's the. There's one more.
Can you appreciate the graphic on that? By
Oh,
the way,
fuck
like,
yeah.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
fuck yeah.
Dude, can you seriously
I'm
go
so stoked for when he's
type
on
in
the podcast tomorrow.
SNES? That's probably the Sega Genesis version.
I'll find it later.
No, really.
God.
Like right now,
I'll
we're
work
guy
on
on
the-
the
knows
back
his
end.
shit.
so sure.
No,
You
I
guys-
love it. I love it. This SNES.
No, the Sega version has a sine wave on that.
Yeah, they played through a
on
tube
the,
amp.
on the harmony of that third melody.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, those I love those. Oh, the Star Wars games. I like that Tron game.
Oh,
You ever
Tron.
played that for the old
Man,
high school?
I never got good at that. I'd always try, and I
You
never
played it?
The Tron game.
Yeah, it's like the
there's all
discs or
different.
something? It's-
There's different. Oh, the disc one.
Yeah,
That's
where
different.
you're like you're
That
like
one's fun.
moving around a fucking thing.
I was a little better at that one.
Yeah,
That was Disc Tron
Distron.
or something like that. It was like slap. But there was a Tron game that had all the different missions. There are all these different levels, you know.
No, that's not the right one.
It says SNES, man.
It's the second one down when you type it into
course.
YouTube.
Wait,
I know exactly where
You
it's
ever
at.
played fucking Burger Time though?
Burger
a great
Burger
game,
Time
great
is
game.
my favorite.
Burger
I have-
Time's
I have that on
badass.
there. I have
Dude,
that on
Burger
there.
You
Time's
have Burger
great.
Time here?
I do have Burger.
Oh, man.
This is it,
Lord.
Jake.
That's one of my
This is it.
favorites.
Let's just take a moment
Yeah.
to appreciate Cody's favorite song.
I
Shut it
love
down,
this.
right?
But Burger Time is the shit. I love that.
Oh
game.
yeah,
I love it, dude.
that's kind of a.
This is a Ken
This
Griffey
is-
Jr. game.
Yeah, this is really dramatic.
It's awesome. It gets even better.
I would like to say that I didn't find any scandal about him.
Sounds like Journey or something.
This sounds like the movie, for, like the soundtrack for a crime show.
Oh shit!
Like-
it's about to drop.
I never listened to this on headphones. It's great.
You truly entered the Matrix.
And then it breaks down later on too. It's great. It's actually the same company that did the soundtrack for Donkey Kong Country.
Now
Oh,
you're
really?
talking.
Yeah.
That sounds really kind of dark for a baseball game.
I know that's me.
It's like that's kind of intense, right?
Me and my friends. Me and my
It
friends.
should be
like-
more
Oh,
anthemic or something. You know?
It's like, is there a twist? Or like, are they playing for their lives or something?
Me and my
It's like
friends.
a Running Man kind of situation or something.
Yeah, we used to trip our balls off like on mushrooms and other psychedelics, and have that on the Super Nintendo and just have that play all night.
Oh wow!
Like it's just so good. I have a lot of memories with that shit.
I guess so.
Holy crap.
I love it. 10 hours of that, man. That's fucking great. Let's take some.
I don't think you need guests on this show, man. you got plenty to talk about.
What the hell are we
started out
doing here?
without guests, and then we were like, let's bring some people into this.
Yeah, well, we got Russ is on here sometimes. You know Russ, right?
What, Archer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Russ has been on a few episodes, and I
Good
think
guy.
he's going to be on quite a few more.
You happen
He
to
can
have one of
talk.
those?
Yeah.
I could maybe partake in.
Yeah, Russ is great. I only know him through the podcast. That's when I first met him. Was when he
He's
showed
an
up.
intelligent gentleman.
What is it?
Wait,
Russ?
he
what
riffs.
kind did you get? Oh, we both.
He's
got
great.
He just that's kind of how the podcast
Fantastic
started.
musician.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
conversationalist.
Yeah.
Smart
He
dude.
can just go.
He knows about a lot of obscure music and
Oh,
Movies.
all kinds of crazy shit that I don't know
Movies.
anything about.
yeah, I haven't seen him in a little bit, but he's run into him a lot.
I wonder
Yeah.
if he knows the Ken Griffey Jr. soundtrack.
He will
He
eventually.
probably knows how to play it.
He could probably play it.
He's like, you got a
instantly."
2-tier synth that I could set up real quick, and
He is kind of one of those guys that goes. He'll say something like, "So you've heard of like Matubi Squagnog, this great director from Lithuania?" And you're like, "No," and you're like,
Yeah.
He's like, "You've never heard?"
1968. Like, you know, like
And it's like, no.
Oh, he'll just keep on going. He'll just tell you. It's just a nonstop stream of crazy information.
Yeah.
He tried out for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
oh,
one
I've heard
time.
that. Yeah, heard that
I got to
story.
get him to tell that fucking story
I don't know
sometime.
anything about it.
But yeah.
Pretty good.
That's cool.
And he didn't even like them. he just had a friend that was like,
Good.
"Hey, you want to try out for the Red Hots?" You know, back when Frashani left, I think. But
They're one of my least favorite bands in the whole world.
What's
but at least-
better?
do you like John
Chili-
Frusciante though? John Frusciante, I like. I don't like
know what that
Red
is.
Hots. I've liked them back in the day, but
I grew up listening to I liked the Mother's Milk through Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
I like
Yeah,
Blood Sugar
yeah.
Sex Magic.
Those kind of two. I guess there's just two albums right there.
It's a weird band. Like I'll admit that. Like it's not. It's like, oh, this is a little cringy, but there's something in there.
yeah.
Sometimes
well, definitely
lyrics.
I mean,
John
music.
Frusciante.
the musicians are pretty ripping. You know.
I think
John
it's the
Frusciante's
voice.
got
Good
shit
riffs.
right.
Breaking the Girl.
Because he
is
has a
good
bunch
song.
of his like
It's a good
eight
one, yeah.
eight solo albums. John Frusciante, he's fucking
Yeah, I
awesome.
need
And
to
that's
listen
a
to
fact. It's
more
not
of
an
his.
opinion.
He did it right. Like he made the choice to leave Red Hot, and he just did it. He fucking did eight albums, and it's fucking great.
What about 311?
Investigate 311.
2 songs.
Oh man.
What
No
songs?
way on the phone.
No.
Amber.
I was gonna say, don't
Oh,
say Amber.
God. Jake.
Well, would you rather me
I don't
say
even know
the
that
Cure
one, but I'm just
cover?
gonna go-
No, I just want you to tell me what your favorite songs are by 311.
Well, do they do a Cure cover?
Yeah,
right?
and
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Well, 311 was an inside job.
And then there was one other song I can't remember.
I'm trying to remember what the Cure song.
Fuck those guys with the
I love-
gonorrhea
love
lace
song.
dildo.
Love song. Yeah, it's love
Yeah,
song.
that's it.
But it seems like they had another hit that was there.
Oh, they had a lot. Yeah.
Did that one that was like summer, 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 down, down, summer, something, summer, no,
Down.
down. It's like,
I only knew a couple of their songs.
yeah,
Amber is the color of your energy.
shut.
Yeah,
Shut up.
It's not my typical song that I like, but I can do
Shame.
that one.
you can digest it a little bit.
I can, yeah.
You should feel ashamed of yourself.
I'd rather listen to it
I got
than.
up from a nap for this.
Eric Andre says it. You know, investigate 311, and 311 was an inside job. I mean, it's just you got to look into that.
I always felt like they were kind of like
cut my ears out of my brain.
they were kind of like this. If you thought of like a Christian college boy version of like Rage Against the Machine or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good
It's
way
like
to
super
describe it.
diet.
Rage Against
diet,
Mom's washing
caffeine-free.
machine.
Yeah, the Mormon version of
0 calorie diet, sugar free. I don't
we're
know.
still talking about 311, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My friends.
That bass player
I
too.
think so,
I mean,
yeah.
I know more about him than I should. But that bass player had the most annoying leg moves on stage
you had
too.
the- what did he do?
Peanut. So
Just
here's
little
the
spaghetti
crazy
legs.
thing. My girlfriend's friend's cousin is Peanut, the bassist of the band.
Oh,
His
man.
name's Peanut.
His name's Peanut because in some of the songs they go Peanut. They used to say in this one song, Peanut, beat that thing, and then he
God.
would do a bass solo.
Oh, that's cringe.
Yeah, it's really cringy. It's really cringy.
He'd do a bass solo right after too. That shit.
Bass solo?
Yeah, and there's no tone on the bass. It's like this, like farty, dry, like boom, boom, like Seinfeld, like
Ew.
theme song bass. It's awkward. It's
I mean, I'd be cool if he was just gonna like legit do the Seinfeld song.
yeah,
I mean, that's
you
cool.
Peanut beat that thing.
But that's one of the reasons
Seinfeld.
I can't go back and watch Seinfeld anymore is because of that.
Really.
Ooh, yeah, sometimes.
Because of the music? I love that show. I watched it. I've been watching it recently, actually.
I was in my 20s
It's
when it
weird.
came
Guilty.
out, and I
started
loved
watching
it.
again too.
I
That's great.
loved it when it
Yeah.
came out. But now it's a little.
A lot of that, the material is like, oh, can't say that now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
There's
For
even
sure.
a bit of that just in like the last 5 years. Like
Yeah.
you kind of watch like certain stand-ups or something. You're just like, I mean, there's also some
I went back
edgy
and-
stand-up right now that's pissing people off too. But
I went back and
There's
watched
definitely
one of
some
my
things, you know,
favorite movies, which is Love
was,
Actually,
like,
which
you
I know
could-
you guys are going to go cringy because it's a girl show. But I went back and watched it this last year and I'm like, it was Raph with
Problems,
problems,
social problems.
especially geared towards women. Like,
Yeah.
and I was just like, oh,
That stuff's
wow.
hard for me to figure out, like what, because you don't want to tell, like, especially with comedy, you don't want to tell people what they can say, what they could do, what's funny. But at the same time, there's some things that's just like, okay, yeah, like, you know, that's not funny.
Some
anymore.
things are just not funny.
I think
Something-
it's just
yeah.
good to take it case by case and just
Yep.
try to use
Yeah.
your own critical thinking skills and
Yeah,
try to figure out your own opinion on each thing and not
There was
try
some.
not to get to a box. You know, that's
well,
where
also shit just spreads like wildfire so fast
I
that
know.
you know. I think it's good to just slow down for a minute and think about like how do I like feel about this and you know take in all the information. But
Yeah,
I don't know because
Some
there's
people
definitely
are
some people that
jumping.
need to learn from a mistake or something.
yes,
But comedy's weird
it
because
is.
like
Yeah,
you can definitely get a different impression from seeing a tiny clip of a whole show.
exactly.
Yes.
And a
Or,
lot
or
of
by
people
not knowing the
Out of
person's
context.
people
history or anything.
just get offended. You know, just they get offended, and that's kind of how comic stuff has gone the whole time. You just kind of people. That's part of it.
It's
just
kind of
shock
rolling
and
the
offend.
dice
Yeah.
to see if you can get away with.
I hope
Is this
it-
funnier than it is offensive?
I hope
Like, or
it
is
kind of evens out in time. I actually thought it was going to go a little bit different in a different direction. I thought everybody would be like okay with everything because everything's kind of funny, but it's just not funny. And there's a lot of
Well,
shitty
we're
stuff
we're
out
in
there.
a cold civil war right now in
We
the
are,
United States,
yeah.
and so there's just gonna be this polarization constantly over everything.
I don't know.
Over everything.
I don't know if it's going to come. I don't know if it's going to come back.
I
I hope
don't-
it does.
It will.
Well, hell, you don't live here.
Optimist.
You don't live here.
always.
Boom.
I still get internet down to the library. It's just like a
Yeah,
2-hour walk down to the library. I can get on. I get all the information about once a month.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Greece will be fine, right?
I mean, where I live, it will be. I'll just have to kill my neighbor.
I
Everything will
have
be
a
fine.
friend in Scotland who has a bomb shelter.
Really?
But does he have
he
a
bought it.
bong shelter?
Well, if you put a bong in the bomb shelter, it would be a bomb shelter and a bong shelter because it would be sheltering the bong.
That's complicated.
50-50 boat.
What is going on?
50-50.
I just got really stumped.
50-50.
My
I
brain,
kind
my
of
brain hit a wall.
understood it for
We're
some reason.
bogging it. We're bogging it, dude. What's the bog sound?
Where's the bog at?
Where's the
What
bog?
happens if
He
I just
just
press one of these
groans.
buttons?
Bring me the bog. There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
Stuck
Sad
in
trumpet.
a
You're bogging us. It's
bog.
going downhill from
We
here.
got 2 more mystery pads here. We don't know what these
Oh my
say.
goodness.
Ah, she's stuck in
That's
a bog.
hilarious.
And we got this.
Okay, he's got to. Don't go through them all, please. We'll get through this.
Save some, man.
We're just gonna be okay. So
For the grand finale.
if there is,
I feel like the climax might be coming around the corner.
it might, yeah. I think that happened a while ago.
Once we get out of this bog.
yeah, we got to climb out of this bog. Maybe in the sand pits or something like that. So, is there anything you guys want to tell the world? What do you want to fucking say?
Well, I think we
Oh.
should talk about our band a little bit. I mean, talk about the other members and what they do, and
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
curious of how you picked
And
them,
where our
snowballed them
album-
all up like a tumbleweed or some shit.
Well, the thing is, too, this band, starting as like a solo project, it was kind of, I'd seen other people mess around with doing the foot drums and kind of one-man band thing. So I gave it a shot, and I was just kind of doing it kind of more for fun. It was like a hobby. But as we started adding more members, I thought it'd be cool if everybody had like a multiple responsibility, like more than one instrument that they do. And so pretty much everybody, it's like what Mouse Milk plays viola and keyboards, switches off sometimes even, in the middle of a song, switch between the two.
Yeah,
Tawny over here plays bass and also like a foot tambourine.
yeah, that
like add
freaked
some
me out
extra
on
percussion.
stage too because I was like, oh, okay. It took me like two songs to figure that out.
and I am learning a
It's-
keyboard song right now.
Yeah, it's
so-
starting
Yeah.
to do some keyboards too.
Because it kind of freaks you out when you're on stage ripping on that.
Cool.
You know?
It's kind of a fun visual too, because things kind of
I like when
vibrate a little
we
bit.
put like
And you
some
have a
vegetation
banjo
on it.
player, which is fucking phenomenal.
Toots switches between banjo and electric guitar. We're
Yeah.
gonna get him some kind
And
of
he
foot
does, he
percussion
does
soon
a
too.
shaker. though.
Yeah, he does some shaker.
So you're gonna
Some
add
percussion.
on, you're gonna add on to this whole thing.
I would like everybody to have some kind of foot.
Well, Twiggy
thing,
is
too.
she's the winner kind of.
Yeah, she's doing
She does
foot percussion, washboard, and glockenspiel.
and then she switches over to full drum kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, she
It's a
does.
big
Yeah.
band.
Yeah, it's awesome. It feels full, you know, there's so much shit
It
going
is
on.
full.
It's full.
Well, it's fun. It's just in this
full.
project. It's fun, kind of having access to these slightly more, almost like kind of more traditional instruments. Like,
Yeah.
they're not really like rock instruments, but,
But
then
you're
trying to
taking
kind
it,
of
taking it way out there.
Yeah, just kind of using them for more like of a raw.
This
aggressive
might
purpose.
offend you, but I think there's a little bit of Tom Waits in there.
I heard that.
Like
We've heard
there's
that.
a little bit of
Yeah.
there's a little bit.
Why
of,
would you say that?
It's got to be a little bit,
We've heard
No,
that.
I'm sure.
Probably the most.
kind of on accident, a little bit, maybe.
What would someone?
I think it's because the voice.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
it's way better than Tom Waits, by the way.
I love Tom Waits.
Yeah, Tom Waits.
Tom Waits is
No,
great.
it's
He's great.
apples and oranges, I'd say. Because
Yeah.
he's and
He's
oh,
some stuff
I mean,
is like
yes,
way
we
out
are
there.
as great as Tom Waits, but
Yeah.
not in the same
Whoa.
way.
Yeah, you know it's wild.
It is a
just like
different. It's a different
Whoa.
thing. It's a
All
different
of a sudden, I
thing.
realized what I was
super
saying.
unique is what I was hearing. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't. I was thinking Tom Waits, and then I was like, this is like the Tom Waits
Meets Ween. or
meets
something.
Butthole Surfers.
Yeah.
Like meets Father John Misty. Some sort of like folky
I've
element.
heard Father John Misty before.
Yeah.
You know,
And
That-
so fun.
I couldn't put my finger on it. And then I was just like, fuck it. Why even care? Let's just listen to music. And it
So
took me
fun.
to some.
We definitely we dabble
Ween.
in some different.
Ween. Yeah. You guys like
Genres.
Ween?
He's-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
I
Ween
listen to a lot of
guy.
Ween. Yeah,
Great
Pure
band.
Pure Guava was the first Ween album I got. I played the
Oh,
hell
wow.
out of that and then
My
started
brother
collecting the rest
the
of them.
first
Father
time he
John
realized
Misty.
he knew he was a fan of Ween is when he was listening to Pure Guava and breakdancing in his basement. He was the guy who got me into Ween. He was far out, man.
Well, you gotta
love
listen. You
that
gotta
guy.
listen to those kind of people.
And Elder was the band we were talking about
Oh
on
yeah,
break.
great band. Those are friends.
Yeah,
of mine.
Elder.
Yeah.
I got
Hopefully, we'll
remember.
get we'll get Nick on here one of these days.
Yeah, we'll see if he
Hopefully.
wants to jump on the old cast.
Yeah.
I just
Well-
remember just getting totally weirded out by a couple of those songs, like I think it was like a Stallion song on.
That's a strange one. Yeah.
But just the vocal, the
a
slight
horse
vocal
song, too.
tweak and everything. Like I kept just imagining this little like kind of weird pixie guy singing, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that
There's
Ween?
some strange-
Gene Ween, yeah.
Before I really knew it,
the-
I didn't really know what they
one.
looked like really or anything.
Yeah.
That's on the country western one.
They put that out a couple times. It was on the Pod, which was this really
The Pod.
obscure album of theirs.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like I think it was like 20 tracks of like just like miscellaneous
Yeah.
like weirdness, and some
There's some
were
good
like,
ones on there, too.
Because they had a bunch of tapes even before they hit it. They hit their first album.
Oh
didn't
yeah,
they? They had a
God,
bunch of
Ween,
tapes. Yeah.
Satan.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
We also get
think.
compared to this band from the 60s, 60s, 70s. We were just talking about them the other day.
Nice.
The Beatles. That was
No.
definitely not the 60s.
Oh, dang. I thought you'd
You
know.
guys-
Crosby,
nice-
Stills, Nash.
No, for Pete's sake. They wear shrimps. I think they still perform.
They
Wait,
wear
where's
shrimps?
What do you
like
mean?
the,
B-52s.
no,
What's a shrimp? Put another shrimp on the bottom. Put some more
Oh
shrimps
no,
on the
full
bottom.
circle.
Bring it around town.
Put a
Sorry.
quantity of prawns.
I don't know about a 60s
On the
band that
barbecue.
dress up as shrimp.
What is that? A swarm of prawns?
A swarm.
Is that a murder of prawns?
It's a pile.
It's a pile of fucking.
Shrimping.
They only exist in
King
the.
Crimson.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That's how
They dressed up as shrimps?
People say we sound like them.
I've heard
What?
that a couple times.
But you guys have a little bit of off timing stuff. A little bit. You're not. I was playing in 4/4 time. You know.
Yeah.
I guess, but
Kim Crimson. There. Yeah. That's a tough one. But
I
can see it.
wouldn't say that.
Yeah, you guys.
I'm just saying, like, because people come up and say it, and I'm saying that we've heard Tom Waits.
King Crimson.
Kim Crimson.
Add it in the mix, man.
Maybe it's not King
Add
Crimson.
it in there. So
Are you guys called
recording
Crim-
something new? You got a new album or something? Or
Just leave me alone.
We're actually we are going to start recording the next couple months.
But we do have an album out now.
We do have an album
Yeah.
out at the moment, but we're going to start recording another full length here pretty soon.
And what's your album? And how do people find this shit?
It's called Husbandry. Marc and the Horse Jerks.
Find out Bandcamp.
We're We got Nadine Records put it out for us.
And
Good
shortly
buddy
we'll be
Mandy
on
Morgan.
Spotify and iTunes because
Oh,
I
nice.
waded through that hell
It's
to
a
make
pain
that
in the
happen.
ass.
Oh
it
my
took me
goodness.
so long to get on fucking Pandora. It was such a pain
Shout
in
out,
the ass.
shout out to Colleen Rodman, who works at CD Baby.
Oh, CD Baby is a great place. There's
Yeah.
a lot of good people
But
that
I
work out
like
there.
I posted something on Facebook about it, and she's like, "I work at CD Baby." Messaged me, and she
Yeah.
babysat me through the whole thing. Thank God, because
Thank
it
God.
was.
Chairman may have had something
Was
to
it
do with
hard?
that, right?
Yeah.
It was
Huh.
hard. I had an easy time
It
getting my
wasn't.
stuff out there.
It wasn't that it was hard. It was just real detailed. I mean, I felt like I was
Uh-huh.
filling out
Yeah.
a government application
Yeah.
for a job.
It
I mean,
started to feel like a chore, huh?
well,
You
and
don't
it,
like chores.
I've been there.
it also kind of made me get my shit together because
Uh-huh.
I mean, I had to get all
You gotta
this
get all this shit, man.
information lined up
Because they don't
and-
let everybody get on.
Gotta
there,
get your
you know?
story
You
straight.
gotta go through the gauntlet. You gotta at least. Sometimes there's like fees. Sometimes.
Let me
and-
just say it was way more complicated than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I've been at that
Yeah.
whole thing.
Back in the day, you just like upload something on MySpace.
Yeah.
But I guess
Let's bring back MySpace.
What Colleen said is, CD Baby is shopping that to so many different sources, and so they have to take all of the specifications of all of them and combine it into one universal
Yeah.
inputting thing so that it will work for all of these platforms.
It's mind blowing.
Yeah,
It's mind blowing, really.
Mind blowing. I used DistroKid, and that was an aggregator.
Somebody told me to use
Yeah,
that.
Is that that child labor based?
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
just get that DistroKid.
Yeah.
My good friend Aaron
just
Nash.
one kid.
I have
He
mixed
just
feelings
runs
about it, but I hear they got good
He
deals.
just runs around and press play on a CD player every time someone presses play on Spotify for your music.
It's
and
kind of
it
like a
broadcasts
virtual
out.
Dennis the Menace kind of character.
Yeah, they just like flat fee. It was like uploading something to Bandcamp. What's the track title? What's the label? Who wrote it? Do you have rights? And then you click the boxes, and I pressed upload, and it put it out on every single thing. And I did sign my soul away in a way where it's like other things I didn't care for. YouTube music. What's that? Like all these little things. I was like, I don't really care like enough to have that much ownership over my music. So I was like, sure. Boom. And I think it cost, I don't remember, $50 or something.
Yeah.
Got my music out in the
We
world.
paid a little bit more to like.
Yeah. Well, you're
It was-
more
it was
established than
$51
my little project, so.
And Nadine
$51.
Records. Nadine Records is fucking
$100.
awesome. I'm sure you've heard
Nadine.
about Nasal Rod before. Who
It
is it?
sounds familiar. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. I know you probably know about that somehow, but anyway, guys, this is Marc and the Horse Jerks. Anything
Yeah.
else you want to throw out there?
Oh, just, we play around. Probably see us playing again. I don't know when our next show is, but we'll be up the next couple months.
You should
around
come
these
see
areas.
our shows. They're fun. I think we put our all into it, and I think
You want
Yeah.
people to come
It's a
out
good
to the
time.
shows?
Yeah, come on.
Come out to the
if
show.
If you feel like it, come out to the show.
Come out to the show.
We don't have one to promote right now, but
It's a great
I know
show.
we don't have one.
come out to Yakima, May 29th or something like that.
Come out to the bar. We're have a good old barbecue. I'll see you guys later. Put some more shrimps on the bar.
Yeah, dump a
Bye.
big old pile of shrimp on your barbecue device.
Keep it on the DL.
Thanks, guys.
The Degenerate Life Podcast is brought to you by Nuke's Hot Sauce, an all-organic, gluten-free, vegan hot sauce made in Portland, Oregon. A spicy yet sweet sauce, ready to be slapped upon your favorite dishes. Give it a shot. Available on etsy.com/shop/nukeshotsauce. Enter code DEGENERATE for 20% off your first bottle of sauce.